All right, today. Ooh, I want to start off with this. So you get to ask this. So, starting weight, 272.2. Current weight, as of this morning, 222.2. Now if you subtract those out, that equals 50.50 pounds lost. So, your boy has lost 50 pounds as of today. Height, 6 foot even, for those of you who are going to ask. Alright, today we are doing upper body 2. So we're doing level 8, week 3, day 3. Alright, following along, are we? We're going to do pull-ups. Three by 10. I'm going to switch the grip on pull-ups like I did last week. I did 2 overhand and 1 neutral. I'm going to try to do overhand, reverse, neutral. Shoulder press. I'm probably going to do barbell. And then of course 3 by 10. Everything we do here is 3 by 10. And then single arm. Oh. Single arm dumbbell row. You guessed it, 3 by 10. It's actually pretty cold in here. And then we're going to do bis and tris. This says cable push downs. I don't have, well, I do have the ability to set it up. I don't want to set it up. So I'll take requests on what we can do for triceps. We're going to do curls here. Curls, and they'll be supersetted. They'll both be. I'm thinking, if I don't get any recommendations, tricep kickbacks. And then it says ab crunch machine, which we don't have a crunch machine, so we'll just do crunches. Then it says dumbbell side bend. I'll do those just to show them. I don't particularly love them. And both will be 3 by 10. And both are supersetted. All right. So, that's what we're doing. I might swap these two. Actually, you know what I might do? I might superset these two. Just to speed things along. What do you think there? I think we should expedite it. Oh. And then we will lecture on sleep, the rule of 4. The rule of Fantastic 4. How's that sound? And that won't take too long. I think last night's lecture was like 40 minutes, and I don't want to lecture for that long. So let's get everything set up. I think also I'm going to try to make it so you guys are just in one spot and you're not just getting shuffled all around. Because I know that's annoying for all of us. I want to make a note because I forgot I want to talk about something. Yeah, so I'm a little late to the party today, so things are in a little bit of a chaotic state. So I'll get a good shot of the rafters. Let us know if there's anything up there. Okay, there we go. So we'll do overhead press and pull-ups. I don't really know if you guys need the light, but it'll be there. Got my leg press set up finally, so now I can't always use it for. Whoa. That happened last week. No, it didn't. It happened Monday. I am a mess. I also think I bumped that. So. Alright, sorry. Give me a second. Bear with me. I'm sure Bird is loving this. Cool. Should be all set. I was looking for this. These are my pants. As I was saying, I can't always use my leg press as a clothing rack anymore. Also, before we do dive in, if you're somebody who is interested in starting a fitness journey but find fitness just to be so boring, we have this month's story arc starting soon, starting Monday. It is the first story arc fitness challenge of the Sunfire Chronicles. This is my homebrew D&D campaign. It's a 14-day challenge where everything we do is all the workouts and nutrition are customized with some additional habits like a step count goal, vegetable goal, and water goal. Those are all in as daily habits, and everything you do in the app counts as points, and the winner gets a custom dagger like this. I don't know if you can see it up there, camera, with your character name or your name engraved into it, and then also you'll get full character art and a custom mini, and all of that is only $49. Start Monday. I need to know by Friday at the latest if you're interested, because we need to get your session 0 done by Monday at the latest. Also, if you refer somebody and they win, then you also win the grand prize. So, rock and roll. If you are interested, you can shoot us a message via Instagram. Bird will probably put that in here. You can shoot us a message via Instagram. I don't know. Are my messages working? Bird, shoot me a text to see if it's. I only see one message. So. Alright. I don't want these to be too loud. Should I take these off? Is it time? Also, did I say I've lost 50 pounds? I was pretty happy about that. Because it was exactly when I stepped on the scale today, 222.2, which is exactly a 50-pound loss. Oh, I should probably turn that off. Oh, I can't see the chat. Give me a second. I don't know if it's because I was just on Wi-Fi or not. We're suffering a little bit of technical difficulties. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. There you go. F's in the chat. I think I failed for a second. Bird, my camera went out. Are you there? got this very dramatic underlighting. Ooh, I can't really see the chat, so I'm trying to see for those of you just joining. Bird, shoot me a message in the chat and then text me. My stream just failed, so. While I'm doing this, I will take a moment to brag again that I lost 50 pounds. Believe it or not, I'm extremely excited about that. I made a post about it on Instagram today, and it did not do well. I can't see the chat at all. Give me a second. Well, that's not what I did. I'm gonna end the stream and then join again, and I'll see if that. Yeah, okay. So I'm seeing the chat here. Oh, Peter, I didn't see your message. No, Peter, I think you're a bot. Okay, let me see. Oh, that didn't help. Alright, guys, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna leave real quick. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Bird's over there doing damage control. So, Bird, hit me up in the chat again. Then, let me see. Not exactly how I wanted to start my workout, so I apologize for those of you watching. I know you were super interested in watching me work out today. So I'm not on Wi-Fi. Okay. I don't know why it does this. Can somebody comment in the chat? Give it a second. I'm gonna get my first set in, at least a warm-up set. So remember, always started on the watch. If you don't start your workout, then it doesn't really count, right? Take some extra time to warm up my shoulders because it's so cold. And I might have to do things like this. I'm not seeing the chat at all. Bird, put a message in the chat and then text me while I do this another warm-up set. We're your 25s. Also, I don't think I said this amongst the chaos, but all the workouts that we do are in the Healthy Adventurers 1 year beginner's handbook. Like I said, we're doing level 8, week 3, day 3, and there's 171 more workouts in here. If you want all of this completely free. Also, the lecture we're going to do tonight on sleep is going to be based out of this. It's fucked. That's great. She says it's fucked. I was frozen as fuck. I'm back, but am I back? That's the question. I don't see. I'm gonna stay vertical for a little bit because I can see the chat. What's up, Bowser? Can you see me? Bowser? Bowser, big bean burrito. Does that mean you can see me? Perfect. Perfect. I can't see the chat unless I'm in the stream manager. So I'm gonna be streaming vertically. Screw it. Alright, warm up. Shoulders are cold again. That's not too cool or too loud. Let's put on some reps. Where am I? Shit. Yeah, I still can't see chat. I don't know if I screwed it up or what. But I want to use some wrist wraps. I think I used them last week. But just to kind of show you guys. These are like really cheap. You can get these ones from Walmart for like, I think less than $10. Wrap them up. Not too tight to where you feel like you're restricting yourself, but just kind of giving yourself good support. And then I always take the thumb part off. Think of it as like a more powerful or sturdier ace bandage. And always make sure your watch is out of the way. Feels like I have a pit boy. I'm gonna stay there and do another warm up because it's like 40 degrees out, and I'm wearing a tank top. Because of vanity. 1, 4, 4, 5. There we go. Quiet. Hey, you finally figured out how to pin a post. Yes, join the Discord. Lots of free stuff in there, ever growing. And same with the bank of content, ever growing. So, all right, what do you guys think? Throw a plate on. It's looking like tonight I might not be able to interact with the chat as often. Shit is cold. I should probably wear gloves. Wait. Alright. You know what's funny is I was gonna superset. Alright, this will be my first set. This is my first working set. There, I think that's a good spot to see me do pull-ups. And we can stay there. Perfect. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say I didn't realize how loud these are. because every time I come out here and work out, I normally have earpods in. Not with you fine folks. I don't know if I'll be able to do pull-ups. Oh, hit my back. Let's find out. We're doing 5. I don't think I've done those yet. How'd that look? Coming back into more dramatic lighting. Oops. How's Pickles doing? The book is in the freebies, yep. Cool. Oh. Stream just failed again. I'm not using Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. Give it a second. I like this lighting. Well, stream's fucking up. So we might just do the workout and not do the lecture. But what the hell? There we go. I don't know why. Oops. We're back. Okay. Yeah. And it does this shit. Alright. So. You guys need to see. There you go. Yeah. So I guess we'll stay there. I'm doing 5 reps for overhead press, and then I'm going to try to do 10 pull-ups. This time I'll do reverse grip. Last time I did overhand. Pronated. Yeah, I'm gonna need some support here. That's not too annoying, is it? Hopefully not. That sucked. Yeah, yay for technical difficulties. How awesome. And when I do this, it flips us this way. There. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pretend you guys are there. Pretend like I can read the chat. Man. If I do it this way. Yeah. That better? That better? I got my wheelbarrow stuff here. Normally I'd be kind of sitting over here next to, over here, chatting with you guys. Do one more set, 135, and then I'm gonna do neutral grip pull-ups. I like changing the grips because it targets the muscles a little bit differently, mostly like biceps, but just adds a lot of variety. Nothing wrong with that. Oh. Bird, you can interact with the chat. Stop squeaking. Oh fuck. Four. One more. Oh, fuck. That was probably cheat reps. It's okay. Eight. 9. Fuck. Okay, that last one's a cheat rep for sure. Okay, quiet down now. Single arm dumbbell rows next. Alright, let's see what the chat has to say. Maybe. This is just going to be the way I have to interact. I don't think you can pin two messages together. Just resend it. Yeah, like that. Hello, hello. We just finished up our first set, or our first major exercise, main exercise, just dumbbell shoulder or barbell shoulder press and pull-up superset. Next, it's single arm dumbbell row. So, and I'll be changing the orientation because for some reason I can't see the chat on screen, but I can see it in the stream manager. So I need a second to catch my breath anyway, so let's see if there's a way to show. If anybody knows. Yeah. You don't need to keep promoting the story arc. All right, next is single arm row, so we're gonna want to come down a little bit. Where are we? Oh. That's a good spot. That's perfect. That's what we want. Ugh. What do I normally do? 65. I really like these dumbbells because like if I want to upgrade them, I can just buy more plates. These are 5-pound plates, and you can see it's at its max. So if I wanted to beef them up, I can buy 10-pound plates. Which I feel like I need to. I just haven't. Because honestly, I haven't been working out as much. Is that out of the way? Enough? Boom, yeah. Alright, remember, left leg, left arm, and then you're going to pivot around that shoulder. 4, 8, 9, 10. Scroll it over. Put it down gently. I think that's better. Alright. I'm gonna go back into the stream manager. Shut up. I can see it, but you must not. I can see what you say, babe. For the record, Bird is my lovely girlfriend, so she's allowed to call me babe. Nobody else is. Picklefoot maybe, but he's not here tonight apparently. Alright. Shorten the rests, and like always, anytime I do something like alternate sides, I always start with opposite side. So I ended with left, last set starting with left, this set. Right leg, right hand, flat back, grab, pull to the ribs. Actually, I was feeling down. Alright. This is a good time to chat about something. Oh. So, we are going to talk about sleep tonight, possibly. Grip it and rip it. I don't know if it always does that, but. So, if we don't have any more technical difficulties, then we're going to go over sleep tonight. But I want to give out a controversial opinion right now. A little hot take, if you will, to where a lot of people complain about not having good sleep, and a lot of times it's just because
they're sedentary and they don't do enough throughout the day to actually make themselves physically tired. So one thing that you can do is exercise. Obviously, that's not controversial, but I would almost rather sacrifice an hour of sleeping time to fit a workout in, and ideally those 7 hours that you get will be a net higher quality of sleep because you were taking that time to physically exert some energy. And so ideally you're not working out right before bed, but if you have to push things back to fit a workout in later in the afternoon, early evening, and then pushing your bedtime back an hour, I think that can probably improve the quality of the sleep that you do get, rather than tossing and turning for 3 to 4 hours, waking up every hour, checking the clock, and all that. At least that's been my experience. Last up. I don't know why, but these get me. I really like rows too. You always switch legs. Some people forget that. Make sure your dumbbells are screwed on. That's more of a me problem. Let's take it off. I think 35s will be good. Whoops, that was loud. Oh fuck, that's heavy. Is that what's next? Yeah. Thought I might be getting ahead of myself. Let's see. Yeah, you said Pickles is supposed to be home? No, he told me yesterday that he was coming home. Thursday, I thought, but I don't know. I'll keep it like this. I just hate going back and forth. It bugs me. But we press on. So I'm doing kickbacks, tricep kickbacks. I haven't done these on stream before, so they'll be not unlike the single arm rows, which is one hand here, tucking that elbow in, kicking that tricep back. That's gonna be heavy. The thing is, I have to use two. Oh, I can do curls. Watch this. Pulling fast off the ball here. Let's just do it fast. Knees back, throw weight on the barbell, new barbell curls. For those of you just joining in, I'm celebrating losing 50 pounds. This morning I weighed in at 222.2, which was exactly 50 pounds. Since 40 pounds since June 28th, and 50 pounds in total. The highest I ever weighed was in January, like January 2nd, 2023. So took me 2.5 years to lose 10 pounds. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's get at it. One hand down, left foot forward, right leg back, opens up your hips. So that way you can do kickbacks. Keep that elbow tight and not moving. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And ideally, the weight stops before you move it again, or else you're just swinging it, which you don't want to do. Same thing, right foot forward, right hand down, left foot back, plug it, boom, 2, stop. 8, 9, 10, there we go. Whoa. That was not good. Those are very much cheat reps. Very, very much. Alright. Let's sit and wrap for a second, chat. I saw this video a while back of this guy. He was a live streamer, and he did a stream where he said he couldn't interact with the chat. And very often he'd be like, "Chat's broken, guys. I can't read it. Can't read the chat." Come to find out, that was a recording that he threw on to use as an alibi because he went and unalived somebody. That's not happening here. I just had to go into the stream manager to see the chat for some reason. But I will interact with you guys. So like a big topic is motivation, right? Oh, I lack the motivation. I never feel motivated, which I think that's kind of obviously it's not a made up term, but I think it's like a confused term, where people overuse the word motivated and they don't exactly understand it. It's a misunderstood word, that's what I'm thinking of. And so the way I define motivation is essentially the amount of energy that you have to give towards a specific task. So let's say it's working out. Let's say a full 60-minute workout requires this much energy, but then you only have this much motivation, this much energy to give, but the requirement is this high. That means your motivation is this high. So that discrepancy is what you quote unquote lack. It's not motivation, it's energy. So you can also call it bandwidth. So what we do is, let's say you only have this much energy to give, but a full workout is here. What can we do to lower the bar of energy demand to match the amount of energy that you can put in? And so how can we match essentially the potential output with what you can put in? And so that is either going from a 45 minute to a 60 minute to a 45 to maybe a 30-minute workout. Maybe it's not going to the gym but doing a workout at home. Maybe it's not doing a workout at all but going for a walk. And so always coming up with this plan B's, C's and D's. And I actually just enrolled a client Monday, and he said that was like a really important thing for him, was to come up with contingencies for when he's not able to go to the gym. And I was like, that's what we specialize in. It's like, We got plan A, we got plan B, we got plan C, we got plan D. Boom. We also got plan E if the shit hits the fan. But plan D is what you need to match the energy level as a requirement. And so let's go with plan D, whatever that is. So that's how I view motivation. It's not the desire to do something because people say you don't really want it enough, and you try telling that to somebody who needs to lose 150 pounds. Of course they want to, it's just they lack the bandwidth and energy to do so. All right, chat. Light me up in the comments. I'll hit this next set. Be like, bro, do you even lift? Do you even motivate? I try to. That's why I'm here, homie. 1, 2, 3. 8, 9, and 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, not last. So the second set. Fuck. Oh, that did not feel good. I'm gonna talk about shitty form here in a second. Let me check the chat. In a Catzilla tank, exactly. Drugs. Oh, come on. I don't think I missed anything. Yep, I didn't miss anything. Besides pickles, enter in the chat. But, give me a second. All right. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. That form was atrocious, and I understand that, and I don't care. Because, like Bird said, I have a Catzilla tank on. But no, so perfect form is unnecessary for most things unless you are hitting near maximum or near maximal lifts. And so, trust me, when I was in undergrad, we were such form sticklers. The person in charge of my undergrad program was such a stickler for form. We learned in one class, we learned how to, and I'm not exaggerating, how to properly roll on the floor without using our arms and legs. Like, there's actual form to rolling around on the ground, all the way up to the Olympic lifts. We learned literally all of it. Not literally all, but we learned the whole spectrum from rolling around on the floor, bracing your core, to power cleans and snatches. And so when I say I used to be a stickler for form, I was. I actually had this theory in my head that, you know how there's a theory of everything? Well, there's a perfect form for everything. And that's theoretically true, right? There is a theoretical perfect biomechanical form to do anything that involves the body that is the most efficient use of your muscles and levers and all that. How necessary that is largely overstated. And so with this, those last few reps, I was really rocking and getting my momentum in. I would rather have, 3 to 4 cheat reps, getting that weight up to where I might be giving myself 10 pounds of assistance out of this 95 pounds. So where I'm still getting 85 pounds worth of force or tension on my arms, than to say, oh, I can only do 6 reps perfectly, therefore I'm gonna stop. And guess what that is? That's the all or nothing mindset, sneaking its way in. And If you did that, you would lose 4 reps of time under tension. Even if the assistance that you're giving yourself is going to reduce the overall load, it's going to be much greater, infinitely greater than not doing those reps at all. So that's why I'm not a stickler for form. Your muscles are getting affected, getting hit, and they're feeling good. And I'm gonna hit this set, last set, and then check the chat. Bird can block all the haters. All right. 2, 4, 5. Get a good squeeze at the top too. 8, 9, 10. Oh, and ideally, I don't know if you guys can see when I do it on the other side. You don't let the weight just fall. You control it on the way down. Like Han was talking about, it's the eccentric. He mentioned yesterday. People also call it the negative. It's called the eccentric phase. 8, 9, and 10. Pretty sure those were not good reps either. All right. Praise be Bahamut. Actually, I feel like that set felt better. Alright. Okay. Give me a second to catch my breath. Sneaky, sneaky, exactly. Pickles, how are you doing? What's next? Oh, fuck, we got core. Just what I want to do. Whew. All right. There. So we're doing core. I'm going to be way down there on the ground. Oh, we're doing dumbbell side bends. I want to show you guys those. Why did I feel like this workout's flying by? Did I skip an exercise? No. Not because I can't sit and chat with you guys as much. All right. So we're doing crunches and side bends, and I'm going to show you those. All right. So I don't think I did these last time, but you can do. Oh, let's take our boots off for this. You need the extra weight. We're not the geriatrics with ankle weights. You can do legs up. Hold on. There we go. My ass was right on this corner here. All right, side bends. Oh, oi, oi. All right. Oh, that's horrible. I don't particularly love side bends, but they are perfectly acceptable. So, and the trick is, when you do them, you want to make sure that you are staying straight and not rotating one way or the other. And so, coming down, you keep your hand to your side and try to touch your knee. 3. Keeping feet close together. 5. Because what you'll notice is that when you get too far, you'll try to roll that shoulder forward. 7, 8, And so also, this should go without saying, but people confuse this a lot. When I'm holding it with my left side, my right side is being worked. Sometimes people will bend into it, which you can do, but you're still gonna work the other side. And when they do this, they just go up back into neutral position. You wanna bend away from it. And you'll notice, I think I have more range of motion this side. Maybe. 6, 7, 8. Also, people will do this way too. I think they think it looks cooler. Also, if you see people with 2 dumbbells just rocking back and forth, they clearly don't know what they're doing and they're just acting like a teeter-totter. Can you still see me when I do crunches? Yeah, you will. You will. I'm gonna take a second to breathe. I don't know what's going on. Is anybody else having problems with the chat? Bring over Jimmy John's. Yeah, don't they close at 10? Yeah, I think it's good. Alright, let's hit this set. Crunches. I think this will be better. Coming back up a little. Alright. Absolutely. Alright, feet up. I was doing my lecture yesterday and I noticed I had shit in the back of my hair. So every time I turned around, you guys can see it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Always make sure you don't drop your feet on your little toesies. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna do this last set. Get out of the way. Ooh, bitch, get out the way. Thought I had a broom around here. I guess I don't. I think it's outside. Which is exactly where you want your brooms. Did I start? Yeah. 2. 9. 8. 9. Again, remember not to roll or drop the weight on your feet. So one bad thing about these dumbbells, the collars like to loosen up. Also, I'm rolling it on my side, so. 3, 4, Get my bootsies on. I'm gonna clean up these weights real quick. And then we'll take ourselves back to the whiteboard. And we'll keep this quick because I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's go down here. Check things here in a second. Hello. Also, I like doing the lectures, so I'm gonna try to make sure I do them, at least something. I think I said this yesterday, but I enjoy doing them more than the workouts sometimes. Especially with how cold it is, you know? Alright. Give me a second while we check the chat. Hopefully tomorrow this isn't like this. Yeah, domino sounds good. All right. I'm actually feeling good. Normally I'm the tired one. And for those of you regulars, you know I've been dealing with a cold or something. I actually think Bird might be getting it. Getting it. All right, I got shit on my back like last night. So let's do something quick and easy. Ooh, is that from that? That's a weird glare. Alright. Alright, let's go over what we talked about. Or what we did today. So, we did in here, level 8, week 3, day 3. It was an upper body day. We did pull-ups and shoulder press. We actually swapped them. We did barbell shoulder press, superset with pull-ups, and they were not that fun, but we're getting better at pull-ups. It's crazy what happens when you lose 50 pounds. Pull-ups become a lot easier. Then we did single arm dumbbell rows, 3 sets of 10 with 65. Then we did tricep kickbacks, and then barbell curls. We pulled the last minute audible on that. And then we did crunches and dumbbell side bends, which I know I said I didn't particularly love those, but I feel like I got a good little workout on the side. I probably could have done more weight, but I just picked a 35-pound dumbbell. Then next we're going to go over the rule of 4. So if you want this workout and over 170 others, you can get your free copy of the Healthy Adventures 1 year's beginner handbook, an entire year's program, not just workouts, but also sleep guide, which we'll go over, cooking and shopping guide, meal prep guide, which we went over on Monday. We talked about meal prep, as well as 40 high protein recipes that use moderately normal ingredients, various levels of difficulty. And I had a client tell me just the other day that Ale House stew is a fan favorite of his. So yes, grab your copy today. I actually made a bunch of ads today promoting this book. Again, completely free. So, hey. Next, we'll go over the rule of 4 and sleep. Yeah. Also, while I'm erasing this, if you are interested in starting a health and fitness journey and you don't know where to start, you think exercise is boring, and you wish you could just take your love and passion for gaming and escapism, let's be real, to escape into fitness, then we have just the thing for you. We have the November's story arc, the Sunfire Chronicles, starting Monday, November 10th. Gamified coaching, 100%
customized coaching strictly for you. And it's a 14-day fitness challenge where the winner gets not only a customized dagger with your character's name on it, but also full character art and a customized mini from Hero Forge. And if you refer somebody and they sign up, then you both win the grand prize. Or I'm sorry, if you refer somebody and they win, then you both win the grand prize. Also, just want to point out before I erase this, my starting weight was 272. Current weight as of this morning, 222.2. And because everybody asks, I'm 6 foot tall. I'll erase it. Let me put that down. All right, next, we're gonna go over sleep. And you know, we have the rule of cool in D&D. Well, we have the rule of 4. Actually, good storytelling normally has some kind of rule of 3 element. So what this is we're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So 4 hours before bed, stop all work. No work. This one's hard for me. That means no work emails, no texts, no texting coworkers about work, no texting coworkers in general. Not checking Slack, not checking Discord, not doing work to get prepared for tomorrow or to get ahead for tomorrow. No work 4 hours before bed, so that starts turning your work mode brain off. 3 hours before bed, no eating, no big meals, we'll say. Big meals. No big meals. Because when you eat a big meal, you're going to be digesting it, and digesting into your sleep can actually affect your REM sleep and just your general sleep cycle. So no big meals 3 hours before bed. If you do need something within 3 hours, make it be something light, and ideally something that's not going to be super high in carbs or sugars that are going to spike your sugar. So try to have something that's a bit of a protein source. Something like a protein bar or jerky's great. I like 0 sugar drink sodies, so like a caffeine-free diet root beer or root beer 0. That's really great because it does curb that sweet tooth without actually spiking my sugars and stuff, and it doesn't affect my sleep. That said, 2 hours before bed, no drinking. I don't necessarily stick to this one overly strictly either, but I definitely won't chug, my water or like a soda 2 hours before bed. I'll sip on stuff, but I won't drink large quantities of water or anything 2 hours before bed for obvious reasons. You don't want to be getting up all night taking to piss. All right, 1 hour before bed, most important. 1 hour. I'm gonna put these in big letters. No. Ooh. I'm not trying to fucking blue ball you here over here, but no screens. All right, no screens. I chose blue because of the blue light in screens. So, no screens before bed. That's phone, TV, computer, iPad, watch. What else is there? Any type of screens. No screens 1 hour before bed. This probably is by far going to be the hardest thing any of us in a modern society struggle with. And I admittedly am not perfect to this, but one way to slowly chip away at this is to start small. So instead of 1 hour, start out with 10 minutes. So 10 minutes before bed, go start getting ready for bed. Then start reading a physical book. Oh, well, this is a PDF, but print it off and start reading a physical book. Writing, journaling is really good. Especially if you're one to go to bed and your thoughts are always racing and you can't seem to mentally calm down, then journaling, where you just brain dump what's on your mind, can work beautifully to help calm the mind. Because a lot of times what happens is when we have these thoughts, we get caught in this endless loop where we're trying to close the loop, but we can't because we have no way to close that loop. So writing things out where it allows us to slow our thoughts down and work through those thoughts can be a good way to close that loop. That's also, fun fact, how and why songs get stuck in our head, where you just constantly replay the same lines over and over and over and over again. It's because your brain is trying to complete the song, but it keeps forgetting. So it starts at the beginning and keeps running through, trying to make it to the end of the song, but it only playing through the parts that you remember. Like a broken record, right? So start 10 minutes before bed, no screens, and then slowly work that way up to, an hour before bed. You're getting ready for bed, put your jammies on, brush your teeth, all that, and then get into bed, start reading, journaling. If you do want to read something, you can read a fantasy book. There's kind of two camps to it. Read a fantasy book to completely escape, get your mind away from everything. It's also a good time for professional or personal development, where you can read nonfiction stuff to help empower you, because that can also influence your dreams, but it also could kind of keep you awake. So yeah, that's that. And then some other things that are in here, the sleep guide, like how to get a long rest. I think it's back here. This sleep guide is kind of broken up into two parts. Priming your body for sleep, which is largely this, and then priming your sleep environment to be conducive of sleep. And so there's 4 things here. I won't write these down, but there's temperature. So you want to keep your room cool. I think 68 degrees is like the, based on certain studies, like within the ideal range. I know I personally like it a little bit colder, but obviously each person's different. I know Bird probably likes to sleep in a little bit of a warmer temperature, but I like something a little bit cooler, like 65, and it allows me to like bundle up. So I'd rather be all snuggled into our blankets, bundled up, than be hot and only covering up with a sheet, because that's uncomfortable. And I think our room right now is like 58, which is great. Light, like I said, screens. Light can be disastrous for your sleep. And for the love of God, please, if you can control it, don't watch TV in bed. That is just so terrible for your sleep environment, because what it does is it causes mental conflict for that area. And it's very much like somebody who tries to work out in their living room, and I like the visual of, they have their feet underneath the couch and they're doing sit-ups facing the couch, and every time they sit up it's just a reminder that they could be chilling and relaxing. It's because you have these mental conflicts going on, where the bed is my relaxing space where I sleep and I completely wind down, but then I'm also watching TV getting fired up about something. So those can be conflicts. Just like when you go to a bar or go to a restaurant and you get hungry, there's mental cues that are going on that are causing your body to react physiologically. And so try to separate watching TV in bed, or watching TV and sleeping. If you only have like one room, if you're with other roommates and you have an apartment and you only have your one room, then at least try to have like an office chair or something where you sit and watch TV and play video games. Don't, if you can have any control over it, do not watch TV or play video games in bed. The only other acceptable activity besides the old knocking boots is reading and journaling in bed, again with no screens. Can be a good way to mentally wind down. Sound, that's pretty obvious. Definitely try to remove all outside sound. Fans are really great for white noise, obviously. We have a fan all the time, every day, even when it's 58 degrees in our room. And so you can also do that. They also make white noise machines. If you do want to listen to music towards the end of the night, within 1 to 2 hours, try to keep it to a lower cadence, like 60 beats per minute. So that way, because your heart will react to the beat and cadence of the song, so it'll rise and fall with it. So if you're listening to fast-paced music, your heart will actually elevate. And so listen to slower, softer beats, so that way your heart rate will actually get in tune with the beat of the music. Same thing with chewing. Chewing gum, if you're constantly chewing gum, you might notice that you chew faster and faster and faster. Your heart rate's going to go up with that as well, and that's going to cause just physical anxiety. So stay away from gum when trying to go to bed. And then, I mean, last and obviously most important is just try to have a comfortable sleep environment, meaning a comfortable mattress and pillow. Obviously, not saying go out and buy a Tempur-Pedic or whatever, but do what you can to make the mattress comfortable for you. If you need to get a mattress topper or get some extra blankets to kind of make everything softer and more comfortable, then great. Also, pun intended, don't sleep on your pillow. I mean, sleep on your pillow, but don't skimp out on a cheap pillow. Look at different types of pillows to see if something works well for you. I think I have like a $45 pillow, and it's nice. I'm also thinking about getting a new one at some point. But pillows are going to be very, very important. Pillows are very important on obviously neck posture, but that also affects the quality of your sleep. So find a good pillow that matches your sleep style and sleep on it, and it should help improve your overall sleep quality. So that's that. I think that was a relatively quick one today. I'm gonna go through the chat here since I can't see the damn chat, which means I'm gonna go portrait mode. He's going vertical. Switching to handheld. Any Drake and Josh fans up in here? Han, what up, Han? Damn, hon. All right, sorry, but I for some reason I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna catch up on text. There's a glare on the whiteboard. You were able to see it though, I hope. Yes, hon. I mentioned you earlier about they're going like the negatives and eccentrics. Hey, 400 grams of protein. There's definitely worse things to be eating. Like you, yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of people doing that too, Han, where you'll wake up just extremely thirsty and drinking water. I think that could potentially be linked to not drinking enough water during the day, but I bet you'll know more about that, about how much water you drink than I do. Hashtag sleep hygiene, exactly, hygiene. No, 1+1 maths. I also use a sleep mask, especially if I wake up in like the late morning, or if I wake up in the morning and I still have time to sleep, but it's sunny out. We have to keep one window blinds open because our damn cat will paw at them. So I do have a sleep mask. Work desk in the gym, that is definitely a conflict there, mental conflict. I often thought about that, like what if I had my desk set up in a garage, or like I had my power rack behind me. I feel like it wouldn't be as genuine. I like my office setup because I've like talked with other coaches and stuff when they do their consultations and stuff like that. They are in the they're in their like gym area, and that's just not me. Not damn cat. Sorry. Our beautiful angel of a cat. So perfect. Alright, caught up on everybody. Sorry I couldn't read the chat today. I'm hoping tomorrow. Cool. You got plenty of space at townhouse to yourself. That is awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely a choice, 100%. And I mean, if it all kind of like puts all of your stuff, all the fridges in there too. Hell yeah. Nice. Yeah, and if it puts all of your stuff in one space, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Work, gym, eat, work, repeat. Hell yeah, sleep, obviously, and then possibly some gaming, which is what I'm gonna try to do. I said this yesterday. I said I was gonna play Pokemon or Persona 5, and I lied to you guys. I apologize. I did not play anything. I actually read some stuff by Alex Ramosi. So I read that until like midnight, and then I went to bed. So tonight I'm gonna try to play Pokemon because I was watching videos on it while working, and I'm gonna try to do that. But yes, remember 4 rules of sleep. You guys probably can't see this because I'm vertical right now. But I'm going to call it a night. I'm actually normally later than normal, but I also have struggled in the beginning with all the technical difficulties. So I am going to be on tomorrow. Lower body, we're going to deadlift. I'm going to try to use my wonderful leg press for something Oh, I think I'm gonna hack squat on it. I think I already planned that out. And then again, if you want the copy of 1 Year Beginner's Handbook, link is possibly pinned. And it's also in the description of the workout VOD. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, Discord, or in the comment section of YouTube. And you guys have a fantastic night. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out, fam.